Hey, fella. Good afternoon. It's the 7th, I believe it's the 7th, Friday the 7th. They're going to do the drip stock review. I'll show you. I'm not going too far out there. Clouds, yeah. It's 103 degrees out, man, and it is just brutal outside. So I have the AC unit here, both of the, just these two air conditioning units set to 72 degrees, and it's been going on and off all day today. There, the cats getting ready to scrap with each other. Oh, playing. They're just playing. So I have the dividend reinvestment plan stocks up, and it's going to look like we lost money, but we actually made money this week. So there is a thing on Friday in the afternoon, and it's after 5 o'clock in New York, so the markets are definitely closed. But there's a time in the week, month, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever, where they take a profit. And I think that's why we have all of the down symbols here. What this is, if you're new to the channel, it is a company called computershare.com. That's the name right up there. We have a free account, and what we do is we buy stocks directly from companies. Now we have 12 stocks in our portfolio that range from Amazon, they're listed alphabetically, Amazon, to all the way down to Walmart. And what they're listed by is their name. That's their ticker symbol, 3 or 4 letter, capital letter thing, so you can track them on any, like the Dow, you can track, anyway, it doesn't matter. Quantity that we own, the price per share. If the arrow's red and it's down, it means we lost money. If the arrow's orange and off to the side, either side, that means there was no change or they didn't do anything. And it also shows the market value of the stock as of the close of the business, June 7th, 2024. So I'm going to just go through there and read those off to you. I'm going to give you an overhead view of it first, and by setting you down. Year to date, we are up since January of 2024. We are up $3,639.28. This week we made $95.30, although it won't look like it by all the red down arrows here. Current balance is $27,982.93. That's plus $95.30. So to segue, before we segue into the mechanics of this, one of the things I believe I can help you with is money and being able to master money. Now, there are a lot of things that are just ironically dumb. You can say, like, buy low, sell high. Don't spend more than you make, which is actually a very good thing to take to heart. What you're finding, I'm starting to see, and I'm starting to actually see it in older men and women, is that they're starting to get punished for not preparing for their retirement. If you're in a desperate time and you're a young person, you can live on the edge of your money. You can live check to check till you can get yourself back on your feet. That's what happened quite a bit during the lockdowns. That was what happened in 2008 when the housing, they were selling toxic mortgages. Anyways, a lot of these things are. Anyways, what I can help you with is I can help you become financially literate. That is a very important part of your life. In fact, I consider it one of the cornerstones for you to be successful as a man. You need to understand how money works. You need to understand how financial institutions work. An example of that is, why do we always want to put our money in a credit union as opposed to a bank? Banks are for profit. Credit union is for its members. I'll say that again. Banks are for profit and carry an asinine amount of fees. And credit unions are for the benefit of the members, meaning if you're a member of the credit union, you usually get to share. I can't remember if it's $250 or just $200 that I was given a dividend for being a member of the GECU. That's one of the ones here in the in El Paso, in Texas area, Southwest United States, is GECU. I think it's like General Electric Credit Union. GECU. That's one of the ones I bank with. But I use a credit. I don't use banks. I don't like some of the scummy shit that goes down. There's a bank. They tout themselves, and it's a bank that's attached to an insurance company. There's an insurance company called USAA, and that's usually for soldiers, sailors, anybody in the military. And the insurance is pretty good, but the bank are absolutely fucking scumbags, and they have fraud going on again in the banking side. I was a member of the insurance for like 26 years because I was trying to remain loyal. That's another thing I could tell you. We are not loyal to, I'm going to say this, we are not loyal to any financial institution, not for any reason. If there's a better deal, we close our account, pick our money up, and we move it across town to a better deal. I don't care if that happens on a semi-annually basis, a quarterly basis, whatever. We don't just sit there and let the banks or the credit unions use our money, because they can borrow against every dollar in there. I think it's $7 or $8 they can borrow against. Anyways, I'm getting way off into the weeds. One of the things that can help you is by having this money, this $27,982.93, you can leverage that money to get a better deal from a financial institute, to get like a loan to start a business, buy a car. Your transmission goes out and you need a loan in like 2 or 3 days so you can get your car fixed. Go into the bank and say, hey, look, I'm going to put up $10,000 of this $27,000, and I'd like a $5,000 loan to get the car fixed. And you'll get a good loan at a good annual percentage rate. Is it going to be great like it was before we had all the inflation? No, but it'll definitely be something you can deal with. All right, let me continue. It keeps trying to log me out. So what we're going to do is all this is I'm talking about is your 10% of your money. All right, off the top, 10% of everything you make. That's gross, not net. 10% of your gross earnings are yours to keep forever. That's our first and biggest rule. 10% of everything I make is mine to keep forever. That's not rocket science. It's not me. I'm not selling a book or anything like that. The only book I push is a book to get you started. And that's by an author by the name of Clausen. And the book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. I do this on a weekly basis so that I can show you tangibly, objectively, that we're making money. And this is weren't the wheels supposed to fall off the car? Weren't we all supposed to go broke? Wasn't everything supposed to collapse by now? The middle of the year, June? Dalio and all them other Kiyosaki or the Rich Dad Poor Dad, aren't they all just telling us, buy gold and silver? That's another pump and dump, because they all. Anyways, let me stop. I'm getting way off the subject. All right. You have to understand how money works, and the first rule for us is 10% of everything we make is ours to keep forever. At the end of your life, as part of your will, you can will. I don't know how big this will get before I decide to close my channel, but I'm hoping that at least by the end of this year we get to $30,000. So we're about $3,000 or $4,000 till we get to there. No, $2,000 and some change, $2,100. So anyways, all that to say this. Not enough of you are financially literate. Most of the younger men know more about a sports team than they do how to take care of their money. You have to do all the boring, unexciting things when you're young, such as setting up good habits. What's going to be one of my first habits as a young man? I'm always going to pay myself first. I'm always going to pay myself 10% of my gross earnings first. That money is mine to keep and to use to get me where I want to go throughout my lifetime. Can you imagine if you were 18 or 19 years old, you got just a regular old job, and you did that for like the next 40 years? You would have time and compound interest overcome just about anything. And in fact, I believe that Albert Einstein once was asked, what is the some of the most powerful things in the world, and he said it was time and compound interest. Anyways, so what do we invest in? What companies are we going to invest our money into? We're not investing in, I don't believe in gold and silver, because I don't know how you go into Walmart and what do you go in there with the bar of gold and just shave a couple pieces of gold off and say, here you go. I know it's a tier 1 asset, gold and silver are, but I'm just not familiar enough with it. I have been searching for 6 months of this year to try to find these gold-backed dollars and $5 and $10 notes. I can't find them anywhere. I don't know if it's make-believe or if it's out on the fringes of society, but I can walk in with my credit card and buy anything I want. If there's a gold-backed credit card, okay, no problem, I get it, and you can pay with fractions of your gold. But I don't deal with that. The other one I don't deal with is I don't deal with cryptocurrency. With the flick of a switch, you can lose everything. With the flick of a switch, you can lose everything in the crypto world. I lost 6 figures. It doesn't matter about me. Anyway, so I deal in the currencies that exist now and have been used throughout my lifetime. The U.S. dollar is the most dominant. But that's another thing. How many times this year so far has the U.S. dollar supposedly collapsed? You know, the yuan in China is almost, I can't, and on top of that, look at the difference. They just had a presidential election against the peso in Mexico against the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. dollar is climbing up. I think it's like almost 18 or 19 pesos to $1. And that's incredibly good for us that live here on the border. All right, I got way off the subject. What are we going to invest in? What are we going to first invest in? We're going to invest in our oh shit fund. We're going to first invest so that we have, hopefully, within 6 months to a year, we have at least 1 month's worth of bills saved up. In case things go wrong, you got a month to get your shit together before you can. After that, it needs to become 2 months. Once you get it up to 6 months, then you can start focusing on something else. And what is that? Those are drip stocks. Dividend reinvestment plans are stocks you can buy directly through this website, computershare.com. And how does Computershare make money? They make money off the advertising budget from these companies. Each company has a budget for advertising, and what they do is they buy a position on Computershare. They don't take anything from us. Computershare doesn't take anything from us. All right. Once I sign up through Computershare to buy, so let's say, we'll do our first stock, Amazon, ticker symbol AMZ. We currently have 24.461 shares at $184.30 a share as of June 7th, 2024. Market value of that stock in our portfolio is $4,508.10. How do we buy that? You just sign up for the dividend reinvestment plan, and we just leave it alone. Why did we pick Amazon? Why did we pick any of these stocks? We try to pick stocks that we know and understand. One of the things I think, if you're in the trades, truck driving, concrete, tools, carpentry, wood, anything, water, fuel, food, fuel, anything that you know is a need, and you might have I almost said specific. If you don't know, I had a piece of metal that went, when I got hurt in the military, I had a piece of metal about this long that went through my palate. I have a scar right here in my face, so it was, it damaged all of these teeth to the point to where when I woke up one time in Walter Reed, I had a new set of teeth, and some of the teeth, because it was a piece of metal that was through here, it fucked up my palate and the top of my, so anyways, done that. Yeah. I know I got off the subject, sorry. But sometimes when I talk, I might make a lisp or I not pronounce things the way I'm supposed to. So that's my caveat for that. Anyway, we only invest in things we know that are a need, understand, and use. Okay? So, what do people kind of have to have or is a need? Food, water, definitely. Electricity. They need to be able to buy things, have things shipped to them. So that's why we picked Amazon. The next stock in our portfolio is California Water Group. California is I cannot believe the cat. Stop! Hey! Stop! Yeah, you! Stop! She's chewing on the cable. I'm not used to having, you yell at a dog and a dog will usually stop. I'm not used to having cats. I don't know. They don't make much sense. I'm bigger than they are. They should do what I tell them. So, anyways, let me move on. So, California Water Service. California has a lot of people, well, a lot less than it used to. So, its ticker symbol is CWT. We have 44.84 shares at $47.59 a share. Market value of that is $2,134.22. By the way, we started this a while ago with my channel. I'll go back by next week. I'll have it. I'll look it up to the first time we did the dividend reinvestment. I took some of my own money and started this off. I don't think I don't know how long I've had my channel either. So let's say 3 years ago we started this. So in 3 years we went from, I think I seeded it with maybe $500 or $1,000, and in that time we've made $27. Well, and continue. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into the weeds. Next after that is Chesapeake Utilities Corporation, which is what? Electricity. So CPK is their ticker symbol, and we have 17.012 shares of that at $108.09, which is a market value of $1,838.83. Chesapeake Bay is in what's called the DMV, which is the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. Very affluent area. It's called the Beltway, Capital Beltway as well. Costco Wholesalers, which is our most expensive stock we have in our portfolio. I use Costco, and so far we have invested in Amazon, a water company in California, and the main electric company that supplies the capital of the United States and the surrounding suburban areas, District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. Right below that is Costco, which I like to go to Costco. I can't tell you how. I feel like I'm stealing when I get one of their chickens. Anyway, so we have 1.742 shares in Costco at $845.58 a share. That 1.7 shares is currently worth $1,473.41 market value. Right below that, we have two petroleum companies. They deal with oil. We have ExxonMobil Corporation, ticker symbol XOM, and we also have Marathon Petroleum Company, MPC. We have 38 shares in ExxonMobil at $112.75. for a market share of $4,285.43. From the Marathon Petroleum Company, ticker symbol MPC, we have 15.9 shares at $175.10. Market value $2,643.14. Right below that is our military industrial complex stock, Raytheon. My wife's nephew works for Raytheon, and there are about 6 wars going on. If you want me to name them, I'm pretty sure it's North and South Sudan are in a civil war, Malaysia, Indonesia, Ukraine. Damn it, I can't remember. There is the ongoing narco wars on Central and South America. Man, I know this is probably, oh my God, it's like 21 minutes. Okay, we're going to finish up. Coca-Cola is next. We have 39.74 shares, $63 a share and some change, $2,539.99. Now is the J.M. Smucker Company. They make dog and cat toys, $6.56. Oh, we have 6.56 shares, $114, $754 market share. Tyson Food, $24.66, $55.86 a share, $1,377.71. And our last one is Walmart, ticker symbol WMT. We have 50.404 shares at $65.88 for $3,320.62. I did not mean to take 21 minutes of this time. It is extremely important for you to become financially literate. I don't like my time wasted, so I'm going to call it there. Love you guys. I'm just trying to help you. I'm not selling anything. You don't owe me a thing. You're my future, and I want to make sure that you know that there's some guys out there who are going to try to help you without taking something from you. Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.